I love that song. It's a good little song, and I was looking at this picture and it made me think of that. So this story isn't actually about Faith Goldy. This is about our media and what they're doing, what they're saying. So I came across Faith Goldy, and I've been paying attention to her mayoral campaign. I don't live in Toronto. I do support her message. I think that her message is a good one. She's a legitimate candidate. She is part of a three-horse race for the mayor of Toronto, and she is facing some very, very difficult hurdles with getting her message out. And what are those hurdles? Well, there are a couple of different forks in one media strategy that is meant to absolutely silence anybody who doesn't agree. Because if your only choices for voting are, let's take our federal politics, for example. The federal liberals say we need to protect our dairy farmers, the dairy farmers. And they say we will not get rid of supply management, regardless of Donald Trump's stance on the whole thing. And our Conservative Party of Canada, the official opposition, they say we will not get rid of supply management, and no matter what Donald Trump says, there's no way we can get rid of supply management. So that's not much of a choice. So if those are your only choices, then you're going to elect one of those people, and those people are going to do that thing that you don't want them to do. So that's a similar problem with the mayor choices for Toronto, except for Faith Goldy. There are three mayor choices in Toronto. One is Faith Goldy, and one is John Tory, and one is Jennifer Keesmeet. I think her name is Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer Keesmeet. Okay, so now that we know the three players and the media, let's have a look at some other things that are going on in the race for mayor in Toronto's biggest city. Okay, so first things first. Quote, and this is a quote from Faith Goldy. This isn't a tweet from Faith Goldy, but this is a quote from her, and I think it's worthwhile. So, quote, ours is the only campaign without a campaign office. Not because we don't want one, but because we quite seriously cannot have one. The alt-left has physically attacked me, threatened my family, harassed my church, and shut down every campaign event we've organized. Okay, that's Faith Goldy. Links in the description along with everything I talk about. Here's another example, August 17th. Quote, event update. The paid intimidators of the anti-free speech left have bullied our event venue into canceling our reservation. Luckily, Greek Canadians in Toronto are standing strong. We've relocated to the Palace restaurant along, I don't know if it's Papi or Pepe, so I'm just going to leave it there. See you there. And there's a link. And then not very long after that was sent out, 12/22, event update shut down. Again, our venue was intimidated into canceling. The elderly man who runs the shop, which by the way has nothing to do with my campaign, is terrified for his restaurant's safety and economic future. Social tyranny is worse than government tyranny. Okay, so on one side we've got people who are making phone calls to make it unsafe for Faith Goldy to have any kind of campaign meetings. All right. The other aspect, well, I found a good article interviewing this Goldy, and she touches on some pieces of this, so the link will be in the description. And then this blew up on social media, and I thought this was kind of funny. So the Toronto Communists, and if you're a communist, I really recommend that you watch some Jordan Peterson and read the Gulag Archipelago, because it'll give you a clue into what's happening right now, you Toronto Communists. However, the Toronto Communists tweeted, nice photo op at Toronto Police. 2 of your members and a cruiser with white nationalist mayoral candidate Faith Goldy posted an hour ago on her Twitter account, T.O. Polly. Okay, terrible, right? The SURJ Toronto, here for the Danforth. I'm sure that's Danforth. But anyway, this Twitter account also took offense with Faith Goldy. Quote, members of the Toronto Police Service in uniform canvassing with Faith Goldy, best known as anti-Semitic, white nationalist, anti-immigrant, anti-black, mouthpiece for the modern white supremacist movement. At Toronto Police, our tax dollars sure as hell aren't going to this, T.O. Polly. And it's the same photo. Terrible. Oh my God. This is awful. This is big enough for a newspaper article, isn't it? Toronto Police had no idea they were posting with far-right candidate Faith Goldy, spokesman says. far-right candidate? I think she's just a mayoral candidate. And I believe that in Canada, as in most places, municipal politics don't have left and right. There's no party affiliations. They just bring ideas. That's what municipal politics is, Toronto Star. It's really upsetting that I'm a YouTube guy and I have to tell you that municipalities don't have right or left candidates. They have candidates, period. They just get ideas. They don't have a party and they don't have allegiances to far left or far right. Okay. So printing that is not correct. So everybody's losing their minds about this. Police officers in uniform posing with a mayoral candidate. What? Oh, when was? Yeah, but this is probably sometime that's not during the mayoral campaign. It says August 18th, the date the picture is shown. August 18th. This is a picture of John Tory with two uniformed police officers having a discussion, and they're all looking pretty happy. So Faith Goldy points out another violation of campaign. Well, and I don't think that police officers posing for pictures with mayoral candidates is necessarily a bad thing. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy here because that's what the story is about. It's not about Faith Goldy or John Tory or who I think should be mayor of Toronto, although I think it should be Faith Goldy. But the point here is the hypocrisy of the media supporting these crazy, crazy people. Like, guys, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Hey, you want a picture? Sure. Yeah, okay. We're cops and we're going to stand here and we're going to smile because our job is to protect you and to not make a scene. Like, come on. And this is a private, or this is posted by John Tory. I don't know who posted these originally. Faith for Toronto, it looks like, but that could just be a tag. I haven't found who posted it originally, although I'm sure I haven't actually looked, so I could, but I'm not going to right now. Faith Goldy pointed out another a campaign violation by her competitor, Jennifer Keesmeet. Jennifer Keesmeet had the Ontario Liberal Party buy ads for her. So that's taken off Facebook. And a link to this tweet will be in my description. Here is, okay, and sorry, let me go back here. Goldy as well posts a picture of the Ontario laws, and I had a hard time reading this because it kept jumping up, so I went and found it. Link's in the description. This is the provincial or municipal candidates guide for the Ontario municipal elections. Who cannot make a campaign contribution. The following individuals and organizations are not permitted to make contributions. A provincial party, provincial political party, constituency association, or a registered candidate or leadership contestant. Okay, so Jennifer Keesmeet can break campaign finance laws. I haven't seen anything about that in the news. So finally, I wanted to show CBC News. I searched for Faith Goldy, and so April 26th, there's virtually nothing in August or through the summer talking about Faith Goldy's mayoral campaign or anything. It's a virtual, complete blackout, total blackout for Faith Goldy. Then I was like, I wonder if they're just not talking about the Toronto mayor race. Maybe they're just focusing on national stuff. Nope. Tory versus Keesmeet. So there's a lot more hits for Tory than there are for Goldy. And I mean, yeah, he's been mayor for a while. Fine. Still a lot more for Keesmeet. That's, a lot more. Goldy had 25. So it's really strange that there is a media blackout on one mayoral candidate in the biggest city in Toronto. Is this how you want your federal politics to be run? Is this how you want your provincial politics to be run? Is this how you want your municipal politics to be run? John Tory, are you going to denounce these misleading journalists who are using a moving goalpost to measure your competitors? Are your ideas not good enough to stand up by themselves, sir? And the media, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Come on. Really? This is news? The Canadian public is waking up, and we're sick of this garbage. The media is lying by omission. And omission means they're just not talking about it. And if they don't talk about it, you can't find information about what happened. If there's nothing here at all about Faith Goldy, I don't know. I don't know how many tens of people search CBC News. I'm sure there are at least 10 of them. Frustrating to have a media that is willfully lying to an entire population to get what they want. You make up your mind, dear viewer, but I'm sick and tired of this media party dictating our politics. Time to have an honest conversation.